Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily and today I'm just going to sit down and play with a heap of new makeup to my collection. Also just some, older gems in my collection as well for anything that I don't have new of. I have like new Chanel, new Natasha, Denona, new Fenty Beauty, new Pat McGrath Labs, the new Oden's Eye singles, all that kind of stuff. Just a lot of makeup fun and goodness. Hopefully that sounds interesting to you guys. If it does, go ahead and do the YouTubey things like subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's get started. All right, you guys are zoomed on in. 4K, no filters. Everything that I use on my face today will be linked down below in the description box. They are affiliate links, so if you shop through them, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Now, first up, I want to show you guys this. So I talked about this in my new makeup releases the other week and I was like, I know this is ludicrous, but I want it. And when I saw it dropped, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get it. So this is the Chanel Hydra Beauty Micro Serum Lèvres. I don't know, but it's basically a lip serum. So this is it right here. Now, I originally thought that this was just a lip balm because I think like on the post wherever I saw it, it kind of said like lip balm or lip oil or something, right? But when I first tried this, I was like, this doesn't feel like a lip balm or a lip oil. Like it's like not water, but kind of is as thin as water on the lips. Definitely has some kind of hydration and stuff to it, but very quick absorbing on the lips. And I was just like, this just doesn't seem like a normal kind of lip product. And if it is what they're calling a lip balm or a lip oil, I was like, it's pretty bad. And then I saw that I really properly read the name and it was like micro serum. And I was like, maybe this is a lip serum. Maybe we've gotten that extra in our makeup now, which I'm not complaining about it. Like everyone do your own, you do you, but I'm always about more steps, like bring them on. And I was like, we've gotten this extra where we now do lip serums and then lip balms or something. And so I was just looking at the Chanel website for the description and essentially it kind of is that. So on the website, it says the micro serum combines two distinct phases, a water phase infused with hyaluronic acid and white camellia extracts, which have a hydrating, plumping, and soothing effect, and an oil phase formulated with micro droplets of white camellia OFA extract, which lock in moisture. And it basically says that it's lightweight and water fresh. The formula absorbs instantly and forms a thin protective layer on the lips, keeping them hydrated for up to 24 hours and leaving them perfectly prepped for makeup application. So I was like, okay, this explains a lot to me. And then when you scroll down and it says basically like how to use, there's different ways that you can use it. Apply a thin layer to the lips for a soothing, plumping effect and a natural look. It has no plumping to it whatsoever. I'm just gonna spoil that right now for you, okay? It doesn't have any tingling, hot, cold, nothing. It's definitely not like that plumper type feeling. You can leave it in the fridge for a cooling effect upon application should you wish. That sounds lovely. Apply a layer of it and then apply your lip mask over the top of it for like a really intense lip mask like overnight. And then you can also put it on before putting on lipstick because it's going to like absorb into the lips and keep them hydrated while you're wearing lipstick all day. So I was like, okay, it is actually like a lip serum. Like you would put a serum on your face. It is like that. So there you go. That's what it is. We have gotten this extra. Now that I know that, this does its job. It does exactly what it says it does. If you go into this thinking you can just use this on its own, at least for my lips, I have very dry lips, no matter how much water I drink. Like I would apply this and I need more, like lip balm or whatever, right? That's just me. But yeah, if you go in expecting this to be ultra like a Summer Fridays lip oil or a Summer Fridays lip balm or a Laneige, it's not hydrating like that, but it's a serum and it makes sense to me now if you go. So let's apply this anyway. You can feel the micro droplets as well when you first initially apply it, and then like as you rub your lips together, they just like kind of burst. It doesn't taste like fragrance though, it tastes like sugar. Like not in a bad way. I can stand it and I don't like any fragrance in my lips, so that should tell you something. So that's the lip serum. You can tell it's already melted in, but I guess like, when you think about when it says you can apply it before lipstick and then it will hydrate it, makes sense. Like normal, we're gonna start with eyes. I'm gonna use my Sigma eye primer. Really been enjoying using this primer lately actually. This is just a Refy sponge if you're wondering. So for eyeshadow, I thought we would use some of these Oden's Eye singles. They did send them to me in PR. Just so you know, I will link these down below, but I actually don't have an affiliate link with Oden's. So if you shop through it, thank you so much. But yeah, I talk about Oden's Eye. I don't make any money from them. I do get PR, but I don't make any money from them through affiliates or anything, just so you know. If you care about that, I just like the brand, to be honest. I did get all of them. I've got some set aside that are completely unopened because they're just colors that I'm never gonna use. And I was like, I'll just keep them in a little giveaway pile that I kind of keep together. That's that. And then I'm just looking at the mattes of this, and honestly, I really don't feel overly like a colorful look today in terms of mattes. So I might actually dip into a little bit of my Sigma Cool Neutrals if I'm feeling it for the mattes. I have done a review on this and it's such an exceptional palette, you guys. It really is. Just a foil. I'm going to start off with my Ray Morris No. 7 brush, and we'll go into the Apricot matte right here. These are like packed in so tight. I'm not going to tell you the names. I'm just going to point. I'm going to be honest. I'm sorry. I have lightly swatched these, but I haven't filmed any swatches. If I get time and can add them into this video, I will. They won't be like in-depth ones like I normally do. If you want to see a live where I in-depth swatch these, let me know and I'm happy to do it, or film it even as a recorded video. I just haven't because I've seen a lot of people do it. So just let me know in the comments. All right, I'm just going to work this softly through the crease. And I never tried their original singles, but I noticed not many people on YouTube or anything really kind of talk about them. None of you guys seem to talk about them, so I don't know what they were like. I did see a comment from someone saying they weren't solid, so I don't know if these are a re-release or additional colors, I'll be honest. They turned up in PR and I was like, happy days. And I was playing around, like I said, swatching some of them, and I was like unpacking them all. And there's some pretty cool shades in here, if it's your thing, you know? That's a lovely shade. Exactly how I expect it to kind of be going on, to be honest. Now I'm going to pick up a Refy 27 and I'm going to go into a little bit of Superior here in the Sigma palette. You don't need this palette, like if you're trying to recreate the look or anything, because you have some of these singles, or you don't need this palette specifically. I'm sure you probably have some browns. Just use any browns in your collection, or any color in your collection, literally. Whatever floats your boats. Although I do recommend this palette. It's gorgeous, truly. It's gorgeous. So I'm just fluffing through the crease. And I'll also just pop some on out here. I do love me a mustard shade, as you know. Then now I'm going to pick up a Wangos E3 and I'm going to go into this single matte over here, and I'll just use this to deepen the outer corner slightly right here. Just a little bit. I really like this brush. See how pointed it is? It's really nice for like doing this step exactly, because it's just so precise. And then I'll just pick up that Refy 27 again and just gently blend it a little bit more here. That's a pretty color. Much more pigmented than I was expecting too. That is very pretty. Now with these, they are glittery. They're not really just straight metallics. They're quite a unique formula. A lot of these, like, they're very pretty. Like when you get them in person, you swatch them and you play with them, like, wow, 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 wow. They're incredible, truly. I don't know how they're gonna perform on the eyes. Some of them, like this one, for example, and like these two, they're a bit of a thicker gel-like formula, which I don't super love. And then these ones are more of like a metallic, but they do have a bit of glitter to them. So I really strongly suggest a glitter glue, pat intensifier stick, something. If you don't want any kind of glitter fallout at all, I really recommend for these shadows and these formulas in particular, doing that. Then I'm going to take a Refy 2, and I'm really struggling because I want to go into this one, and this one, because especially these two, you guys, they're special. But then these two, or these three as well, really unique. And then these ones are like the Clearona ones if you've ever looked at them or tried them, but I really want to try this one because it's very, very unique. And I'll try it with a brush first and pressing motions, because like I said, they are a bit of a glittery kind of formula, and if that's not gonna work well, then I'll change to a finger and see how that goes. But that seems to be going quite lovely, actually. That's a pretty shade. I don't have too much glitter fallout because I use the intensifiers, but if you don't, you will, I promise you. Or just a glitter glue in general, you know. I will try just a little bit with my finger on the other side just to see. Oh yeah, wow, that's pretty. See how, like, I really didn't pick up much at all. on my finger and it just so opaque and molten and glittery. Oh, that's a cool shade. That is a really cool shade, look at that. Now this isn't gonna show on camera, but when you turn your eye, it kind of can go green as well. It's like a greeny gold. It's really cool. It's a really, really cool shade. And just in case I haven't shown the swatches of these yet, see how it like shifts? It's cool. It's a really awesome shade. It really, really is. I will have glitter everywhere for days now though. And then the other thing I want to do is I really want to take a little bit of this one because it's like a unique kind of almost suspended type glitter. And I just want to take this on the Refy 2 as well. And I'm just going to tap this to add a little dimension just because I can't help myself. When I first saw this shade, I was like, oh, I really want to try it. See, I don't know if it'll pick up on camera. It just adds a little extra something. It's really cool. It's a cool shade. On its own, it'll look cool too. I don't know how these would go on mature lids, if I'm being honest about that, because even on mine, they do feel like a slightly thicker formula because they do have this like what feels like a gel base to them. I have not done any research on that, really talking out of my butt, you know? So take it with a grain of salt, but that's how it feels. And so yeah, I'm not sure, like I guess if you did like a fairy dusting, like a very light fairy dusting, it would be okay on mature lids. But I think, yeah, if you have mature lids, tread carefully. And I think if you have hooded eyes like I do and you don't use a glitter glue to kind of really help adhere it, I think it might crease. But again, this is the first time I'm wearing it, so just keep that in mind. But we'll see by the end of the video. If it's gonna crease, it'll crease by then. So now I'm just gonna pick up the Wayne Goss E3 again and go back into that dark brown and just really softly marry here. Now, even with my glitter glue, I still have glitter all over my face. So again, there's a lot of people like me even that just love a good sparkly shadow, but it is gonna come at the cost of some glitter. So just, yeah, keep that in mind for those. While I'm here, I'm gonna take my Bobbi Brown Jungle eyeliner, which is a new shade. I've got Fog and I love Fog. Jungle is this one and it is gorgeous. And I'm just gonna line my top waterline with this one. There really is glitter everywhere, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna leave that there. Let's move on to the face. When I picked up the Fenty Beauty foundation from Sephora, I got the Guerlain Parure Gold 24K like primer. This one, you know, the one that I remember way back in the day, Tarte would always rave about this with the gold flecks. And I have never tried this, so I'm going to give it a go. Why not? I'm just gonna pop it on a brush directly just because I have glitter all over my hands, especially now. Let's see how this goes. I think it has fragrance in it, so it's not a primer that I would probably go out of my way to pick up. I usually find I need my primers to not have fragrance in them if I can help it, because like it's like the first product on the face. It doesn't create, I don't have enough barriers on the face yet for fragrance. It'll break me out, but we'll see. Some do, some don't. It does feel nice though. It like hydrates, like it melts into the skin really quickly and it feels tacky. Interesting. Like I said, I've never ever tried this before, but I know it's been reformulated, but I know it was like a holy grail for a lot of people, so we'll see. I'm just gonna pop on a little bit of color corrector. I don't know why, my under eyes are so dark at the moment, like that goes through phases. It might just be my hormonal cycle maybe, but I've been eating healthy and I've been getting a lot of sleep this week, so I don't understand why my under eyes are looking so dark, and I've been drinking a lot of water too. Haven't had sugar, but yeah, who knows? I'm gonna take these clips out because they're annoying me, if I'm honest. So much glitter specks. I'm gonna use my Bobbi Brown Skin Touch Up palette, if I can open it. Good Lord. Here we go. It's in the shade 1, and I just mix these two. Actually, I kind of mix all 3 shades together, to be honest. I'm gonna take this on a Sigma F72 soft angled concealer brush. It's one of their new ones, and it's phenomenal. Their new brushes are, they're good. All right, foundation. This is the new Fenty Beauty Pro Lit Luminous foundation right here. I have the shade 150. It is a perfect shade match for me. Like absolutely perfect. If you use me for a reference, she really nails her shades. So that is the shade. I have tested this twice already. I don't have my full formed thoughts on it yet. I have my preliminary ones, but I just want to use it for a little bit longer before I really kind of maybe do a review. Let me know if you want to see a review. So I'm just going to take this Sigma Soft Coverage F88 brush. I've been liking this brush with this foundation. And let's apply it. So I've worn it twice, and I've worn it like on days where I've worn my makeup all day. So it's done, I've done some wear tests with it. I've used it with the Natasha Denona powder foundation, and I've also used it with the Refy setting powder, which I quite like. The first day it didn't wear terribly, but it didn't wear super duper well, but I think that was more about the Natasha powder, right? Yesterday it wore better. I think if you have dry skin, you'll probably really like this. Like I think, don't get me wrong, it's a lovely foundation. I actually quite like it. And I can see myself as we move closer and closer to winter here in Australia and my skin gets drier and drier. I can see myself really reaching for this through the winter. But right now, as my skin, especially in like my cycle right now where I'm at, my skin's looking a bit oily and textured and haggard, right? And it can get like that sometimes, my skin personally. And it doesn't seem to wear as well during that time, like when my skin's kind of, well, at least right now it's not wearing as well. Like yesterday, I wore it for well over 8 hours. And when I got home, I noticed that actually, I say it didn't wear as well yesterday, but it did. It's just that it really settled in my smile lines. And I just felt like it really settled in my smile lines yesterday. Other than that, it didn't wear away, whereas the day before it had like worn away in places. But like I said, I really do think that was the Natasha Denona powder foundation, but it did wear okay yesterday. But it's so, like, I feel like you can tell, right? It is so hydrating. Now, it is called Luminous. It's not luminous in like a metallic-y way. I really feel like it feels like a foundation, and I don't know if it has in it, I haven't even looked at the claims. I know it's bad, but I presume it has skincare in it or something. I don't know. But you can tell it feels like I've put on like a really juiced up moisturizer. Very lightweight, you can't feel it on the skin. So in terms of that, it's like great. You just honestly can't, you feel like you're wearing nothing. And if you love that natural skin look, oh, you will love this. Medium coverage, I think the more you build this up, the cakier it's gonna look personally. So I would just keep it as a light medium coverage. And as I said, if you have dry skin, I think you will adore this. I really do. I think if you have combination skin or oily skin, I think if you have oily skin, I think you'll hate this unless you really like a hydrated, dewy foundation. But I think if you have combination skin and you really set your face and you're okay with touching up throughout the day, then you know, you might like it, especially if you like that natural hydrated look. Yeah, I definitely needed to touch it. By the time I got home yesterday, I don't touch up my makeup. I just don't. I wanted to set it and forget it. By the time I got home yesterday, and I think I got home in about 10 hours of wear, it definitely was looking a bit oily and glowy, but not in a bad way at all. Like, this is a foundation I know I will reach for, and I know I'm not selling it right now. I know I'm not making it sound super exciting, but I just haven't fully quite. These are just, you're hearing me work through my initial thoughts, and that's why I'm not doing a review yet, because I'm not 100% certain on it. Concealer though, that I really like, that is new to me, that I've been testing for a little while, you might have seen it in other videos, is the Dominique Cosmetics Concealer. I have the shade Almond Milk. Beautiful, you guys. This is a great concealer. One, I like this little metal applicator. I know she was the first one to do it, Kristen Dominique, and it really is cooling and lovely on the eye. This concealer has coverage and it wears so well. So well. It looks so beautiful on the eyes, truly. It really does. She doesn't get a lot of hype for her products. This is one worth checking out. Honestly, you can get it off Beautylish. I'll have it linked down below. It's blown me away. Now, is my Chanel Sublimage and my Urban Decay still my top? Yes. But you know, this might come nearly top 3, I think. Like, it's really good. So yeah, I've been testing it for about 2-ish weeks. This is a BK 109, by the way. But like, look at that. Even just with one layer, that is phenomenal. And you know, I'm really picky about my concealer coverage, but it's gorgeous and it wears stunningly. It's not overly hydrating, like it's not as hydrating as the Chanel Sublimage, It's probably on par actually with the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer in terms of hydration, but it smooths and it just doesn't budge all day. I mean, I do set my under eyes with powder, but it really doesn't budge all day. It's gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. Like, look at that. Absolutely stunning. I don't even feel like I need another layer. It's just gorgeous. All right, something that you guys have seen me use a lot is my KVD Cream Bronzer and Contour Duo in the shade Fair. This is a Ray Morris 24 brush, so I'm just gonna mix the two shades together. I really like this product. It doesn't get the hype. I don't know why people aren't talking about this. It's really good and deserves more hype. So it just blends, like it's just so natural and stunning, and if you've tried it, please let me know in the comments what you think. Truly, it's gorgeous. I just mixed the two shades together, by the way. And then this is my Ray Morris 27 brush, and I will just blend it out. See how quick and easy it just blends, because it's like the consistency of the Good Apple Balm foundation. And so it just instantly like melts into the skin. Like, see how natural it looks? It just melts. It really does. And the shades look weird online, but when I got them in person, or like actually they even kind of look weird when you look at them in person, but then when you swatch them, they're really nice. I might just take a teensy bit more just of the straight contour shade here. Just lightly pack that in here. This is just the Hourglass Rise Glossy Bomb. I'm really liking actually how that foundation is sitting over that primer. I think it's like the grip to that primer is working really well. You can already see like my smile line starting to go here, but yeah. All right, to set the face, we're just gonna get a little bit extra, okay? Because I wanna show you guys kind of like my initial impressions of this. I got a shade N1 for a reason, but if I put this all over my face, it's too light. And also I can tell you right now, I don't like it. I do prefer already, I can just tell you straight off the bat, I prefer the Makeup Forever powder for me. And I'll tell you why when we go to use that. But that one looks terrible on my under eyes. But I've really been liking this Hourglass Airbrush powder on my under eyes. So I'm going to use this, and I actually just like using the powder puff that comes with it. Actually, I'm just gonna use this one because it's a bit more malleable. This is the LH Cosmetics one. And I really have been liking this to set my under eyes, like as much as my make powder. So there you go. If you're someone that can't get your hands on the make powder and you've been wanting to try it, because I use it pretty much every time I do my makeup, this is a really good comparison to that make powder, I think. At least for the under eyes. See? Looks lovely. I don't super duper love this powder all over the face. I don't find it... It's like a nice little touch-up powder. I do really like it for my under eyes. It really does set my under eyes all day. But on my whole face, it doesn't keep my oils at bay long enough. I need to touch up. So it's not my fave for that. I'm going to use the Refy Skin Finish water-based powder for the rest of my face. I love the packaging of this. It is so good. I'm just taking my LH Cosmetics. This is like the Face Atelier Glass Skin powder. I don't think this one sets the face as well as the glass skin. It won't budge until I take my makeup off, no matter how long it's been on. But I do like this one. It's still very, very natural on the skin, and it does set phenomenally. And it just, I don't know. I know a lot of people don't like these water powders. Try it with a powder puff like I'm using. If you've got one and you haven't liked it, and just lightly press it in, but like it really does set and forget the face. It really does, especially that Face Atelier one. So good. But I really do like this Refy one. If you can't get your hands on the Face Atelier one, I do really like this Refy one, and I know so many people didn't like it, but I just wonder if they were using like a brush with it, because you really, if you use a brush, the water can get a bit bunched up. You need to use a powder puff, at least from my experience. But it just sets. I've never seen anything like it. It sets the face so lovely and like just really melts all of the products in. It's absolutely divine. Now, I will show you how I use this one a little bit later on. I will do a review on that one too, don't worry. But again, I'm not quite at my full thoughts of it yet. Before we move on to the rest of the face, let's finish these eyes. So I'm gonna take a Sigma E36 and go into this little mustard shade Superior, and I'll just run that underneath here. And then a little pencil brush, and we'll go into the dark brown matte that we used on the eyes. Perfect. For the inner corner, I might just go into this one actually. I will try and find the shade names and pop them down below for you guys, by the way. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Oh yeah, that's cool, look at that. Oh, that's so cool, I like that. That's impressive. That's really cool. I really like this eye look. I like the shades that I've tried out of those singles, so I really do. Bottom eyeliner, what are we gonna go with? I might actually put Jungle on the bottom as well. Make sure this is Jungle and not Fog, yes. That's perfect, I think. I really like these Bobbi Brown liners. Like, I have two now. They're so good, you guys. Don't sleep on them. They're really good. And then this is the Sweed Cloud Mascara, which I have been loving. It is such a beautiful mascara, truly. No flaking, no irritating, and it really va-voms the lashes. Like, look at that. As you put mascara on, it just really all comes together, doesn't it? I'm not gonna lie, I am loving those eyeshadows, those colors. What do you guys think? I think they're awesome, personally. Okay, I have a couple of brow products to try. Well, these are new brow products, which I have talked about, but I want to show you guys. All right, I'm gonna fluff some of this Sigma brow powder through my brows quickly. Okay, brow powder's on. Now let's, I just basically want to sing the praises of these brow products from Urban Decay to you guys. So this is the shade Cool Cookie, which is a really cool name. And it's just a dark brown brow gel and it's amazing. I love it. It's like a fluffier gimme brow and I adore it. I really, really do. And it's a great color, but it just really fluffs up my brows. I really can't actually rate these new, at least they're new to where I picked them up, which was Cult Beauty, and I know they just got dropped in Australia. I'm sure they've been out in the US for a while, but I really can't rave about these brow gels enough, and I've heard no one talking about them. And then this is the new clear one, and it has like a comb, like here. I think I did it in use these in like a first impressions or something last week. This is so good. It like proper holds my brows up all day and like feathers them up. It's so good. I love this brow gel. I love it more than the Too Faced. Put it that way. Like, and that was my favorite one prior to this. It's so good. So that's my brows done. And then this is a bit extra, but I do this every day. I take my Danessa Myricks Blooming Romance palette and I go into the shade Crush, which is the light pink. And then this is just a flat brush from BK. I just use this shade to tidy up underneath here, kind of like brighten and crisp the brows up a little bit. Prior to getting Blooming Romance, I used the lightest shade in Groundwork Neutrals from Danessa, or the Benefit Brow Pot pencil, but I really like this pink shade from this one. And then I take the matte with a Sigma E25, the powder matte, and I just lightly use that to blend it all in together into the crease color, and I just find this like really finishes the look off. So it's extra, but I love it. Alrighty, for, I guess, bronzer. Let's just use this as bronzer actually. This is the new Beiges Healthy Sun Kissed powder. I got Light Coral and I have a review up on my channel already of this if you want to see swatches, and I did one half of my face with all of the colors mixed together and the other half of my face with them individually used, because you can kind of do it each which way. So I'm going to take a Refy 22 and I'm just going to mix them together because I really liked them mixed together. They really were like this beautiful kind of sunburnt-y glow. And I'm just going to, you know, give myself a bit of a dusting. Now it's a lot more pigmented than you think, so tread carefully, okay? Just fair warning. Isn't it beautiful though? It is warm tone though, so just keep that in mind. And then as always, I get my Sonia G Smooth Buffer and I just do this. It's got nothing on it and it just softens the bronzer lines for me. I think that's lovely. I really do. But I do have a review on that if you want to see more, but I love it. I really do. For highlighter, let's use our Natasha Denona Hygiene. I just like to use my sponge. I find it's like kind of like this gel formula and the sponge works best for it. It's kind of like a powder and liquid highlight all in one. It's very pretty. It's really growing on me. I didn't super duper love it when I first tried it, but now I'm quite enjoying it, and I will tell ya. If you want something more natural than this one though, I would definitely go the Fenty Beauty. And then naturally I picked up all of the new 4 shades of the Pat McGrath Labs blush balms that she released. So I'm going to quickly swatch them for you guys so that you can see, and then we'll pick one to use. These are the 4 new blush balm shades that came from Pat. So Alluring Nude, Divine Rose Glow, Luscious Lotus, and Electric Bloom. Is it fricassee? And I think they are spectacular. I really do. I absolutely love them. And I really like Pat's cream blushes. I know when I first got them, it was definitely a learning curve to kind of how to use them and get the most out of them and all that jazz. But honestly, I really do adore them. They're one of my most used formulas actually. I think it's because, you know, you can build them up so they're not too intimidating. Like even these 2 colors right here, they're super bright, but they're not too intimidating. And then they go on quite dewy. So if you have dry skin, you'll love them like that. But then for me, I like to put them on and then I set them with powder. And then the way that they just warm up to the skin throughout the day, it just makes your skin look so healthy. Like you've had a facial, it's beautiful. I did wear Alluring Nude yesterday in my members only live, but I think what I'll do today is actually mix Luscious Lotus and Divine Rose Glow together, just because I don't think, I mean, technically Divine Rose Glow is probably no, actually let's just use Divine Rose Glow. And I just like to kind of scribble it on the back of my hand. So I actually just quickly took a lunch break because I ordered food and it came. So I wanted to quickly show you guys, because it's probably been about 30 minutes since I went and did that. And like, can you see how I've got already a smile line here and like some of my chin's worn away and my nose and everything? I don't know if you can see. It just, don't know if this foundation wears super well for me or if it's the setting powder, and that's why I'm just gonna say like I'm gonna honestly keep testing it. But this has been my experience regardless of the powder that I've used so far, so we'll see. Anyway, I will fix up my foundation. I'll show you how I fix it, but I'm gonna leave it for now. So I'm gonna use Divine Rose Glow as my blush for today. And I'm just gonna take this soft coverage F48 brush. And I just kind of like work it into the brush. Oh, that's pretty. I haven't tried this color yet. That's very pretty. Look at that. That's very natural too. I really liked the nude color I used yesterday. That was one of the things that really attracted me the most to these blushes from Pat, was the shade range that she created. They're really unique and lovely. All of them. I have like 5 already on top of these. I don't have that many left to pick up to finish the collection, if I'm honest. I'm gonna leave it like that. You can build that up more. You absolutely can, but for me that's enough. And I'm just gonna set that with a touch of the Chanel Healthy like Winter Glow blush. Just think that'll be, yeah, that's a nice match, see? Very pretty. I like that. Just a little bit of Charlotte setting spray. I mean, it does look nice, don't get me wrong. And like I said, if you have normal dry skin, you will love it. Like my skin, I do feel like, at least in the monitor, my skin, I feel like is looking really quite nice and healthy and juiced up, but it's just, I guess my preference is to be a little bit more smoothed. And it just doesn't quite do that. But I guess I could use a pore smoothing primer as well and see how that goes. Again, I need to keep testing. All right, this is how I'm gonna fix up what's worn away. And take this powder foundation from Natasha Denona. Now you do get like this little puff, and I've used this quite a bit. I don't super love this. I'll keep it in here, but I would rather use this one or a brush. So I'm gonna take the BKN17, and I've used this 2 days in a row now. It's gonna be a little bit light, and that's why I like to just use it through my T-zone. I probably need to get a shade up, but I'm just not sure if I like it enough. I kind of do this every single time I do my makeup. It's just whether or not it makes the video, because my videos are already super long. But I like to do this for my skin. You absolutely do not have to. With a powder foundation, usually I use my Makeup Forever one, because by this point I just feel like I'm already looking a little bit oily through the T-zone, and sometimes my concealer can already be like, my darkness can already be peeking through. It's very me specific. But see how that just like resets everything and like softens it all and gives it fresh life. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind this powder for that. It's definitely more mattifying, I think, this powder than the Makeup Forever one. I think the Makeup Forever one's a little bit more hydrating, and I think the Makeup Forever one has more coverage than this one. So I personally actually like the Makeup Forever one more, even though you would think I would like this one because it's more matte. Just find it looks and lasts a lot more, or a lot better on the skin. But yeah, I will keep you updated. All right, I'm gonna use one of my current favorite lip combos for lips. So this is the Lisa Eldridge Lip Sculpt in 1N. And I just have that lip serum on as well as that lip tint as well. But you can tell, like, even just from eating, it's faded a lot. I presume the longer you leave it on, the longer it's gonna stain. And then this is the Queen Musia lipstick in Becky Sharp. It's gorgeous. Isn't that stunning? What a shade. And then because I like a glossy lip, I'm gonna take number 38, I think it's Rose Nude, Rose Beige from Dior in the Lip Maximizer. All right, let me do jewelry, hair, and all that stuff, and we will zoom out and wrap this up. All right, my friends, this is the finished look. What do you guys think? I think it has actually come together quite nicely. And I will say that Natasha Denona powder has actually really touched that foundation up quite lovely. I'm like back to liking how it's looking, so yeah. I just wanted to play with some new makeup. It wasn't first impressions, but for me, a lot of these were kind of first impressions, like the Natasha Denona and the Fenty. Even though I've tried them a couple of times, I like to really test my products for a good week or more, if not, with different products and stuff to really get my thoughts. So I will give you guys reviews and stuff on those products, like more in-depth ones if you want them. And I always do like speed reviews and stuff like every couple of months with all the new products, where I give you like my real, like, I have tested this product and this is what I think. First initial thoughts though, like I've said a heap. The Fenty foundation, if you have dry normal skin, I think you really, really like it. I really do. The Natasha Denona powder foundation, I think if you like a more matte powder foundation, you probably will like it. It doesn't wear as well as the Makeup Forever. Initially, my initial thoughts, it doesn't, like, over the 2 days I've worn it, it doesn't wear as well as the Makeup Forever, even like the way that I use it. So I don't know, keep that in mind. I don't think it's a bad product though. I do think it's a good, like, I don't think you would necessarily get it and like hate it. It's not a bad product, I just prefer the Makeup Forever, I think. I really feel like these eyeshadows that I used today from that Oden's Eye Singles collection is pretty gorgeous. I mean, you can get these from other indie companies, I presume, but I don't own anything like these shades, I'll be honest, especially these like goldy ones that I used. And I really like how the look has come out. So I'm happy, and they haven't creased, and it's been well over an hour. So I'm happy with them, I really am. The cream blushes from Pat McGrath Labs are phenomenal. If you love them and you're like eyeing those shades, oh, they're so good. The shades are absolutely stunning. The Sweed mascara is amazing. I've been really enjoying the Sweed products I have. The Bobbi brown liners are amazing. The Natasha Denona High Gen highlighter is gorgeous. The Chanel Sun-Kissed Glow powder is stunning. So yeah, that's gonna be all my thoughts on all the new makeup. I'm either currently in the midst of like very first testing, or I've been testing for a little bit. Hopefully this was just a bit of makeup fun for you guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd definitely be interested to hear what you guys are thinking on some of these products. And yeah, if you have made it this far, you know you're an absolute legend. Thank you so, so much. An extra special shout out to my Lily absolute legends. Thank you for supporting my channel, and to all of my members, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I hope you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.